amazing wisdom,
entrepreneurs,
business leaders,
success,
CEOs,
amazing success
around the world.
This is the Success Nuggets podcast. Have you ever wondered what you could learn and how inspired you'd be if you asked incredible people from around the world about the patterns that drive progress? Get ready to dive into a world of insights and inspiration. This is the Success Nuggets podcast with the founder of the Digital Light Bulb and your host, David Abel.
Hello, fine people, and welcome to the Success Nuggets podcast, where we share tales of experience and entrepreneurship to grow our community. Our next guest knows all about patterns that create progress. Let's introduce Power OBE. Hello, Penny.
Hi, it's wonderful to be here. Hi, everyone.
I would call you a visionary. I would go as far as that because you've been ahead of the curve on mental health, people values, and building communities. Do you think we're making progress now?
Yeah, I do. I think what worries me is that we see memes creating and people use language to attract people towards them, but they don't really understand what it means. So I'm seeing community as a phrase get adopted, but people are just overlaying that phrase to existing ways of behaving online. So somebody who runs a mastermind or acts in a guru type way are saying it's now a community. It's not. A community exists for the citizens and for the citizens to rise, not for the owner of the community to rise. And it's true servant leadership. So for me, I'm here to serve community. It's not for them to serve me to make me feel great.
Inspired by you specifically as someone who is labeled as sensitive. That's a great trait, right?
Yeah, I think it is. I was told I was too sensitive by my mother. I was told by my first boss. I mean, basically, a lot of people who say you're too sensitive just don't have the emotional intelligence to communicate at a level that shows empathy and understanding. And I think what's been very interesting is I joined the business world in 1983. It was a very different world then, not only no internet, but it was an emerging world around technology, but also women coming into the workplace. And women were very into the real strong business leadership positions, fighting their corner. And I never wanted to change my values and my beliefs and the way that I interacted with people. So it's been very much, I have a keynote talk called Nothing's in Your Way, and it's often delivered to women because I think we have to be very determined to stay as women and be feminine and use the God-given values and attitudes that women have with the way that we behave. And now, with emotional intelligence being a real USP in business, I got a keynote called The Human Touch in a Digital World, but actually for women, I change it as the female touch in a digital world. So I think this whole subject of sensitivity is a really interesting one. And yes, you have to learn how to manage your levels of sensitivity and understand that not everybody is as sensitive as you, but also never let go of the fact that that's one of your superpowers.
You wrote a book called A Friend in Every City, which is just a wonderful title and is still so relevant and again is your kind of pioneering spirit.
Well, since 98, when we started our first social network, 4 years before LinkedIn, we have met hundreds of thousands of people. But I have to really bow to Thomas on this because Thomas is a real thought leader on the subject of modern networking and talks about the mindset of being open, random and supportive as opposed to institutional thinking that's closed, selective and controlling. It has been our expertise connecting people. That is what we have made a living from and had a great sense of purpose through.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, this podcast is called Patterns That Create Progress. What's your blueprint for growth been? Being
quite neurotic.
Okay.
It sounds pretty weird.
Go on.
I have to explain that. I think as I was growing up, my parents, particularly my mum, was able to withdraw love. Her love was quite conditional. Mm. And it set me on a path of never really being secure with anyone and having to make sure that if someone was important to me, I had to put a lot into that relationship to maintain it. It's become a superpower because I just don't take any relationships for granted. Mm-hmm. Whether it's my relationship with my husband, I've been married for 34 years, whether it's my 3 children, whether it's friends, whether it's our clients. And I think in a world where the internet makes us pretty insignificant, who really cares whether I exist on the internet? Would they really notice if I didn't post tomorrow on LinkedIn? And I think that it's a human need to feel significant to others. And to me, helping people to know how important they are to me and to others is a superpower. And I think that has come from deep in my childhood.
Okay, this is the end of the show. I can't believe it. It's been an honor having you on. Can you raise the vibration just one more time for us, Penny Power OBE, with your one golden nugget for the audience?
Yeah, I can. I think now is the time to find your real deep human values around connection. I think when you actually realize that rather than going for, how social media is important, rather than going that wide, broadcast all the time, it's the time to create deep relationships and see the incredible magic that happens as a result of those deep relationships. So now is a time to really enjoy being human. And all of you people out there that are emotionally intelligent and have feared being sensitive and have feared that business shouldn't be personal, go out there and really spread the word and believe in that philosophy, because now is the right time for it.
Yeah, super. Thank you so much for that nugget, Penny. To my audience, thank you again for tuning in. It's been brilliant having you here. Penny, we hope to see you again.
Thank you. That was lovely.
Join David and his incredible guests next time on the Success Nuggets podcast. And to find out more, visit onegoldennugget.com. Thank you for listening.